Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That 180. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, motion, check. Shift, kill. Turn up. King. Watch twist. 50. Twist. Black and third.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On second down, Jacobs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Two times. Everyone's got 4 down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Caught by Nelson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
X3, 218, chop.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger. Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Roethlisberger will throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
On the double. 53. I'm coming after you. Hey, he's on football. 24.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Nicholas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down now, Nicholas. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. But he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Middle. 52, Mike, 52. Coming to you.
Topper.
Watch 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Big Ed. He's coming.
Hey, alert. Block it.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Easy. These 2.
Hey, Mike, 52.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
second and 7.
52 is the mark, 52.
34-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And he's got Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
180. Monday. Check pass, check pass.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Ready? 180. 50. Rebut. Focus. Jam. Kill. Black.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Kill. Cross. Hey, turn it out. Shoot.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup.
Recon, 152 fighter. Mike 24. Yeah. You don't want none. 5. He's checking.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-zip. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
And he's into the clear. 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Travion Williams, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Nicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Check. Lucky. Quarter. Check.
Jacobs now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Like 5. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam. Nickers, go spin.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Here we go. Like 20.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Black 20. Rip left, rip left. Easy, easy. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Safe, safe, safe. Black,
on first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Hey,
66. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Switch. General West.
33-yard line.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Alert, alert. What you got, heavy? What you got, heavy? Give me some.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And some room to maneuver. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
You draw Corker.
Check three.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Block 80!
Here we go, let's bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He completes it to Nelson. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Roethlisberger throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Black 20.
52 right here. 52. All day, baby. All day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team, not just the points on the board.
Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, his second sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot not.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's going to be a long day. Take both of them. Switch it. Come on, switch it. No spacing.
Check 24. Check 24.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Middle.
We got motion. Back up. Mike 52. Mike 52. Heavy on the edges.
Here's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Hey, alert.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Second and 4. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
17 yards. First down, Bengals.
Switch the outlaw. Number 53. Mike 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill. 53.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they even let you play. Switch.
Easy, easy. Shoot.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Easy. Back at the 34-yard line.
52.
Throwing on second and 14. Roethlisberger. Benjamin's got it. And Benjamin seems to be in some pain. You see him there, still down. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. It's calm the crash. Woo-hoo! Shift! Watch the shift!
Now Ben on third and long. Lets it go for Nelson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. 54 Mike. Watch the curls.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
2nd and 3. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speck.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey.
Quarter.
You got 4 down. 4 down. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, watch the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Under 10. Under 10. Both of them.
Hey, watch it.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaq Lawson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, some strong running. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Running is Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Like that! Black 20!
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Black is good!
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Tate. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Lockett. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
White 80.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 4. Check 4.
One day.
Joker. 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 Joker.
Double, double.
99. Check 99.
White 80.
On first down, Benjamin. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's the gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Hey, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught. Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.